All right, guys, so there's been this clip that has been floating around on the internet that I believe was from 2020 that has resurfaced because of the recent bombshell news about the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, or it is highly likely they're going to do that in an upcoming court decision. Now, this video, again, I think it's from 2020, as it features a whole bunch of woke doctors kneeling and wearing masks with signs that say Black Lives Matter. Now, this guy that is actually filming the video, I believe that he's black. At the very least, his tone, his voice, he sounds like he's black. He questioned these doctors about whether or not all black lives actually matter. And I found this video to be absolutely fascinating, considering the answers that these woke doctors gave when he really pressed them on this issue. Take a look.
Lives matter, or just some black lives? The black lives killed by black men matter, right? Yes? The black babies killed in the abortions clinics matter, right? Thought so. The black officers killed by that bastard in Minnesota, that matters too, right? Okay. But the black babies that are killed in the abortion clinics don't matter, do they, medical people? Do their lives matter? Does the future of our black babies matter? Huh? What's up? What's up? Awful quiet now, aren't they? Uh-huh. It's okay if we kill them in the womb, right? But you have a problem when you don't seem to really have a problem when we kill them on the streets. Yes, well, we know they're the same issue. If we don't respect the lives of our unborn children enough to save them and fight for them, our lives mean nothing once we're born.
Yeah, so I found that quote there at the end to be very powerful, right? In which he says that we don't respect the lives of our unborn children enough to save them and fight for them, then our lives mean nothing when we're born. Okay, and I found that quote to be very powerful because I think it actually really does apply to black people a lot, as black women disproportionately make up the amount of abortions in this country. I mean, 474 abortions out of 1,000 live births in this country come from black women, right? So almost half of the abortions in this country are coming from black women. Now, when you combine that with the fact that black people make up 53% of the homicide victims in this country, what that guy's saying makes perfect sense, right? It kind of explains why in the world movements like Black Lives Matter in the liberal media, in the left, why they don't care about all these black people that are being killed and gunned down in the streets every single day, right? Why they're silent on that? Well, they're silent on that because they also don't care about them before they even get out of the womb. So what the guy is saying makes sense, and I think he has a point. I understand those two things might not be directly related, but I do find it fascinating, again, how black women have the highest rates of abortion, along with the fact that black people are the main victims of homicide as well, too. So before black people get out of the womb, we're the biggest victims. And after we get out of the womb, we're the biggest victims as well, too. Okay? Because of policies supported by the Democrat Party, right? Being pro-abortion and also being soft on crime. Okay? Not wanting to clean up these neighborhoods. But hey, let the Democrats talk to you. If you don't agree with them, then you're not pro-black. When, in my humble opinion, right, as a black person, you would think that, considering that we're only 12% of the population, the most pro-black positions that you can have in this country are being pro-life, okay, protecting black life before it, comes out of the womb, and being tough on crime, okay, protecting black life when it's out of the womb, okay. But again, if you listen to the Democrat Party, those are white supremacist talking points. When the policies that are being supported by the woke left and the Democrat Party, they're contributing to the fact that our population numbers, from a percentage standpoint, are not going up, right? It's not going up. We're only 12%, 13%, and we've been like that for so long, okay? While all these other communities, Asians, Latinos, etc., their population numbers are going up, right? Black people are staying stagnant. But yet again, if I was to bring this up and say, hey, I'm not necessarily sure if some of these Democrat, policies are conducive to the survival of black people in America. Oh, you're a white supremacist, right? You're a white supremacist. When, if I was a white supremacist, the policies that I would implement would be policies that the woke left and the Democrat Party have pushed. Okay, I'll be pro-abortion. I'll be soft on crime. Right? That's what I would do. And again, I find it hilarious how, again, in this video, when these doctors are pressed on this, and the fact that, you know, hey, they claim to be so pro-Black Lives Matter, when pressed on whether or not they're pro-Black Lives Matter for the unborn, silence, crickets, right? They're stunned, as if they've never thought about that before, okay? All these medical professionals. And also, if you guys notice, when it came to this guy talking about the other Black lives that are lost, like that have been gunned down the street due to violence, you know, stuff like that, or Black police officers losing their lives, you notice how some of the doctors do agree that their Black Lives Matter, but it's not loud, okay? It's not something where they're yelling, yes, right? The same way they would be yelling if they said, well, does the Black life of somebody that's gunned down by a white police officer, does that person's life matter? They be screaming. They be yelling at the top of their lungs. Yeah, their Black life matters. But again, for whatever reason, when it comes to these other scenarios that really do account for Black people losing their lives, 60-some million abortions performed since Roe v. Wade, right? A lot of whom are Black, okay? I don't know. Not sure Black Lives Matter on that. Almost 10,000 Black homicide victims in 2020. You know, Black Lives Matter. Not really sure, right? But when it comes to 240-some Black people killed by police, yes, Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter. Again, I find this stuff to be fascinating. Just like I found it fascinating how BLM didn't come out here and celebrate when we found out that the Supreme Court would potentially be overturning Roe v. Wade, right? If they truly cared about Black lives, then they would be celebrating that as a victory, okay? But hey, like I've been trying to tell you guys, a lot of these people on the woke left, they're not actually really pro-Black, right? They're actually pro-Democrat / pro-progressive, and being pro-Democrat / pro-progressive is not being pro-Black. They're not the same, despite what the Democrat Party tries to convince you. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.